how's it going? Shani today here. I was approached by Reflex warmers to do like basically test out their product and let them know what I thought. What they are developed by gamers for gamers, manufactured to maximize warmth and moisture absorption. Reflex warmers are the only way to make sure that your hands are always at their best. Box of 10 hand warmers. So I live in Africa, and Africa is currently in summer, not winter. So I was like, I'm gonna effectively test this product to make sure that it actually works when my hands aren't even cold. How was I gonna do this? With dry ice. I know it looks like nothing now because I'm filming this after I've done all of my experimentation. How am I gonna make use of this to cool my hands down enough to be able to make an effective video to show you guys how the Reflex warmers, hand warmers, actually work? Yes, I'm a scientist because I have a lab coat and my name tag says so. What I did was take a digital display thermometer which measured the surrounding air with this thingamabob and have a PC fan blowing the dry ice air onto my hands. See how majestic my dry ice brick was when I started filming. I managed to get the temperature to drop down between 9 and 6 degrees depending on how close I let my hands get to the thermometer, which is pretty cold, like that's freezing. So what I decided to do, because I'm like the most terrible, awfulest gamer in the world, and clearly I'm bad at English as well today, I just wanted to feel what it was like to handle a controller with both my cool down hands and then my cool down hands with applying a Reflex warmer. I held my hands in the dry ice air for about 20 minutes, and as you can see here how my hand temperature was affecting the reading. I managed to cool the air around my hands enough for my hands to actually feel like they were gonna fall off because my hands were so cold. I actually thought to myself, why am I doing this? It's so painful. Grabbing the controller though, my hand was stiff. I felt like my fingers were gonna seize up. So clearly if you're playing in a competitive environment, especially, or if you're playing scrims, or if you're playing online, if you're playing in qualifiers, it's gonna affect your gameplay. So let's get to the product. Reflex warmers come in their own individual packaging with all the fancy instructions you should definitely read before use. The cool bit is that these can be used as fertilizer after use. So this is what they look like, which is really different to what I expected. I expected them to look like gloves. They need around 10 minutes to warm up. I cooled my hands down while I waited, and I held them there for about 20 minutes. So my hands were exposed to 7-degree air for 20 minutes. My right hand took the brunt of it, I won't lie. Like, I actually felt, you can see here where I bend my fingers and it goes all white by the joints. My fingers, specifically my right hand, was freezing at this point. While holding the product, it was so warm. It was actually such a relief. As much as I was expecting it to be warmer quicker, it was better than playing with frozen hands, because I felt like my fingers, as much as they were still cold, they had more maneuverability and they were able to move, not as well as when they were normal room temperature, but it was still better than nothing. And I can imagine if you're playing a game that's happening at 9 o'clock, you can open one of your Reflex warmers at like 8 and sit around holding it, warming your hands up, making sure that they're nice and nimble before playing. It wasn't as warm immediately as I thought it was, but after leaving it, after finishing the video and finishing a little bit of an experiment, it was actually really hot at a stage, which was really cool. And this was like 4 hours after opening it. Like it says, it does keep its heat for 8 hours. I put the warmer on the thermometer itself, which I don't think is accurate, but it was still pretty cool to see. My findings were that if you're like a casual everyday sit on your couch and play games, I wouldn't necessarily use these, because I mean this is for your hardcore pro gamers that are going to be playing in winter, that your accuracy is really like important and all of that. If you're just a casual gamer, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't invest in it. But then in the same breath, I would definitely invest in these just for winter in general, because I sat, after making the video last night, I went to bed with the thing eventually because I was like, they're so nice, they're so warm. I can picture myself getting like a pack of these for winter and just holding them or keeping them in my gloves while it's super cold. All the information for Reflex warmers will be down in the description below. So that's the video, guys. I hope you did enjoy. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you are new around here, and I'll see you guys again soon. Cheers!